Okay, I'm gonna jump right into it. This is gonna be probably a quick stream. I do want to look at the links though. Yep. Okay. I do have 2 streams going on at the same time. That's very interesting. I put a V in the name of the one to show that it was a vertical stream. And let's assign a thumbnail here. Oh, one thing I wanted to do. Thought about taking my photo, moving it up. What is this part? What am I got selected here? Something like that, and then add this image. I do it this way. Down here. Kind of like a watermark, if you will. I'm not sure I'm cool with how it's coming out there, but it is what it is. Okay, Stream Elements also posted a link and it didn't get kicked or deleted. Learn how you can optimize the bot here. Okay, maybe later. I don't have Discord open either. All right, so let's see. In order for me to show code in the vertical stream properly, this has to be moved over. Okay, there's not much in the bottom of it, so like that. That's probably where it's going to stay. So let's go open up the code for the mushroom. Yes, the mushroom. That's in projectiles. I'll share my link over here as well. Somewhere. I'm the only one that seems to be sharing lately in MIGs. Like last 10 in a row or something like that. Wow. I'm going then to get my phone. Turn volume down. Let's see if I can jump to my stream. Just playing repo. Click. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna do a search for my stream. Go here. Yes, that's super cool. Like, so I got my, you're watching like the one stream, and I have a vertical stream going on at the same time. Oh, it says swipe up for next stream. Did it quit? It's kind of glitchy though, like the bottom isn't showing my screen, which is weird. And I'm hearing it. Where am I hearing it from? I don't have it open anywhere. Okay, regardless, let's go here. All right, so let's go play this real quick. Start. So the problem that I saw today while watching my little clip, I was shooting these. I swear it was that. Let's get this gun. So it was being really weird, like in my video clip. Oops. No, it's stuck there. Okay. Let's go to X and I'll show you. Profile. Here in this video, stop. That's what I wanted. So I have that right there. I'll redo it. So I get that gun first, okay? Then I get the mushroom gun. Then I shoot the mushroom gun and they explode on contact over here when they shouldn't be. So let's try it in that order. Okay, so come here, bought this gun first, went out, back in, bought this gun, and I shot it. Oh. Why is that? Is the mushroom colliding with the player right there? Like, because it's, where's it spawning from? Oof. Yeah, okay. So it's not really spawning from the barrel? Is that right? There is a barrel prefab, isn't there? Or a game object, I believe. So hit escape. Let's find my player in here. He's got an arm. And this has a barrel. Where is it? Oh, okay, so there, it's right there. I don't know if I can get him to turn around and then select the scene. Oh, wait, okay, I can do this though. Yeah, see how the barrel is right there and it doesn't move with the rotation of the sprite. Well, let's look at the one that's actually active, huh? So this is the active one now. Click on the barrel. Oh, okay. However, so that's when it doesn't explode quickly. So what causes it to do that? Interesting. Oh. I think shooting them with another projectile should make them explode. I will add that. What was that thing that came out to the side? Oh, I bet it was my, yeah, okay, my inventory right there. Yeah, I don't know. I had it replicated and it's not doing that. All right. So we will go to the next phase. I think the solution to that, though, honestly, is to maybe put a time delay on when it starts checking for on collision. Because I think that's what's happening, is it's actually hitting the player as it's going through. That's probably it. So let's get onto the vending machine now. Back to my code. Yeah, so I can probably move the vertical to about there. And what's that look like for just Unity? Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Set the loading of the item, this character.receive item. So we don't want to do this yet. We're going to have a delay, and then we're going to, when the delay is done, then we're going to how do we want to do this? This item equals null. So this is when the item is loaded, it goes here. We put it in this item. When the item is loaded, this timer starts counting down. How many seconds do you think it should be? Probably something simple like 10. That's my thought. I will have a serialized one. Serialized field. And this is going to be a private float reset time. Is that what I should call it? Right, and then do I want to add a default value here? Probably not. Now, I wonder if each weapon should have its own load time. Maybe for now I'll hard code a number. Also, I do need Photoshop open. I did close it. I'm gonna make another circle that can go around the circle that already exists for the gun, and do like the pie chart thing. Up here. Then I need maybe a state. So let's make an enum. Enum machine state, and we'll have idle 0. Vending, and I don't want to say waiting, serving or holding. So ready for the user to select an item. Generating. Generating an item. And then holding. Storing. How about storing? Let's say vending. This is presenting the item for collection. I don't want to say presenting, because presenting could also be showing all the inventories that it has. And then I need a variable for that state. So machine state equals state dot idle. Okay, so this item is vending the slot dot get item. That's this item. Okay. And that is that variable when the item is selected. How about that? Okay. I need to have a fake time.delta time. And then in update, I need to say delta time equals time.delta time, because in a coroutine, it is not aware of time.delta time. So to make it somewhat accurate, I will store that there. And I don't have an enumerator here yet. I'm going to put it right here. This is all now obsolete. So IEnumerable load item process user selection. And here I can say return, right, yield. Yield return null. And then float process equals 0. And this is while process is less than 1. Let me make sure I got that correct. So let's go to new. I'm going to do a 20 by 20. I could do 32 by 32 just to make myself happy. Over here. And then make a circle. Hold shift to make it a perfect circle. There. That's 26 by 26. That's a little bit more than what I wanted. So let's try here. 22 by 22. That's not bad. I'll stick with that. I don't know what I want for color wise. I don't know why it's not letting me paint. Did it just disappear? It just like gave up. Fine, I'll do it in Krita. Cowboy Bob, how you doing? My ancient version of Photoshop just needs to be uninstalled, needs to go away. To force myself to start using Krita more often. New image. I said 32 by 32. Create. And I suppose I could just make a circle. It's 22 by 22. That's why I don't use grid. What the hell is that? Is there like a geometry options not filled, outline brush, ratio? There's nothing like make it look weird, because that's not how you do it. Okay, the selection looks fine. I'll find that blue. I'll try to find that blue-ish. Symmetry, is that, are you telling me there's a symmetry option? See, that looks fine. I do need to move it. And then I think it should have a border that is white. So how do I do that? Probably blending options, layer options. Not blending options. Layer styles. There we go. Outer glow. Full opacity, white. Blending mode was just normal. Is there a normal up here? Down here. Precise size is just 1 with 100% spread. Can I preview that? There's not a preview? Nah, just that circle wasn't exactly symmetrical. It was not. So that gave me the white outline, and I do see some faded pixels right there. If I turn this on and paint it like a red or something, we'll see it. The layer is locked. Why do you lock it? Gimme. I'm not inside the circle. Yeah, so these light ones around here. So the secret is to add another layer and merge down. Merge layer below. Merge with layer below. Control E. Flatten is Control Shift E. Flatten layer. Anyways, that's what I want. And then turn that one back on, and then get the eraser out, or I just hit B for the pen, E to turn on erase mode. And I'll just go around the edge. Although that's probably not hurting to have those anti-aliased edges, but the rest of my artwork isn't anti-alias, so it might look more weird than it does smooth. Okay, and if I try to paint, well, I don't have anything. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm in erase mode still. Okay. E. Not E. Okay. That's the color. Save as sprites. I guess that's kind of user interface. If I put PNG, if I put those ones in there, I can put this one in here. Vending loading .png. I have a weird glitch that's very visible in the last image, last animation, last video, the video clip that I shared. The mushrooms, they must be touching the player, because when they go out, they explode instead of like just bouncing away. I did replicate it earlier, but it's not an always problem. It's a sometimes problem. Okay, so in the vending machine, I need a reference to that sprite. Or do I add it to the vending machine? Or do I make it its own game object? Ooh. Okay. So let's do this. Let's get that sprite out here. Did it come out? I didn't know. Did not. That's weird that I couldn't drag and drop it right there. Oh no, there's some strays. Let's get that E. I think it was up here somewhere. And then down here. Oh, right here. Okay, that's better. Vending, loading. The layer needs to be user interface. Or should it? That's kind of big. That might be too big. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Let's bring it forward like that. And then I need another sprite render on here. So create an empty, and then we'll add, let's say this item image. Add the sprite renderer. So that this sprite if it's continuous adaptive. Oh, is it only work for an image, like a UI image, the thing where you can make it like a pie? Where is my user interface? My canvas, sorry. I'm going to add an image to this. Maskable material. No, that's not it either. What does that? Sprite sort point mask interaction draw mode. Sliced is not it because it's like that's a 9 slice. And then tiled, of course, is not it. So let's ask AI. What setting allows me to make a sprite into a wedge like a pie chart? Gosh. Oh wait, I need to say like in Unity, right? In Unity. To turn a circular UI image into a wedge shape, you need to set the image type to filled with fill method to radial. Yeah, dang it. I really didn't want to use an image. I wanted to use a sprite. Setzer, how you doing? What the hell is going on? Just working on the vending machine. You let me know when I'm ready, when you're ready for us to play your game. I don't want to use the image though. Sprite. I suppose. I will go back and manually do this off stream where I make like a a progress loading thing. But for now, let's just get it working. This group has grown a lot, but not to ridiculous levels. Today marks day 7. Wow, you got pretty far for just 7 days. I'm like on week 7. So process plus equals delta time, right? If you were here for that, I made a fake variable up here, delta time, a real variable for the fake delta time to be used down here because coroutines are not time.delta time aware, or maybe they are now, but it was my understanding that they weren't. Now it's just refining and populating data, finishing some needed user interface. Right now all the core systems are done. That's cool. Yield return null, like that. And then when it's done, that'll take 1 second. So let's divide that by 5. And I think the image should always be there. Also, this, it's not going to be there. I need a script. I'm going to make a vending machine folder. in my scripts folder. Make sure this is saved. Okay. Raise this up a bit. This goes there. This goes there. And then create another script for vending. Thanks, Unity. Vending machine. About vending loading. Works for me. 90% done, 90 still to go. That's right. This goes here. I'll put it above the renderer. And this needs to be above, I think that was objects as well. Yeah, and then this is going to be like above that, so 5. Yeah, I know. This one too. So vending machine and the slots. Where do I have the prefab? This one. Okay. Serialized field. Private game object. Loading prefab. And then I can assign that after I drop that into my prefabs folder. And I might make a folder for vending machines in the prefabs as well. Okay, now I can delete this one. I don't see. Oh, I gotta save it. I'm gonna do this. Also, I think I'm allowed to do commas. Huge if true. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, neat. Okay, so this goes here. Loading prefab. And we need a, I'll call it a public sprite. Do I want to get the entire item? Loading item. And then I thought I cut that out and then forgot to paste it before I had something else in my clipboard. Then private float delta time. Delta time is time.delta time. And that's good there. and then a public boolean is loaded is false. And then here, before we quit, we say is loaded equals true. And then it can just kind of hang out. In start, I'm going to do, oh, I need a reference to private sprite renderer, item sprite renderer. Let's go here and assign that in the prefab before I forget. Oh, this one. Item image, sprite. And that goes here, and we don't assign that there. It's public, so we're gonna make it just internal. It's kind of the same thing as making it public hidden inspector. And then here, item sprite renderer dot sprite equals a loading item dot item sprite. And then we also need is that it? Is loading. Okay, so then we do start coroutine, process, PROCE, process user selection. Where else do I have a coroutine? In the mushroom. I'll find out what I'm doing wrong. I have a feeling it's like it's not IEnumerable. It's maybe it's something else. In the projectile, it is IEnumerator. I do start coroutine just like that. Oh, yep, I was right. It's enumerator. And then I can have that back. Okay, so I assigned the sprite. I'm gonna call that. Then in 5 seconds, is loaded will be true. That's public. Do I want to give it an action to call, like as a callback instead? Internal action. How do I do an action with an argument? In C# define an action that takes one argument. Okay. item loaded callback. Loading item, and then we can just destroy ourselves, or nah. I won't until we take the item. Or should this thing be responsible for destroying itself after the amount of time, or should the vending machine do that? Okay. This item. Then we're going to instantiate the loader. Instantiate loading prefab and loading prefab dot get component vend loading dot, what is it, loading item equals this item. Let's assign this right, and then I can say VL dot VL dot paste. Oh, so that is, I'm going to make this say vend loading, vending loading, vending loading dot item load callback equals, and then I need to make a method. This is going to be, can this be private and still work? Private void item loaded callback. We take an int, we take an item, stop it, item to item loaded, loaded item, and then that will equal item loaded callback. Cool. So I instantiate that thing, it does that, and then I need to change the state now. So we are no longer idle, we're going to be generating. So machine state equals machine state dot generating. We set our state to generating so that we know not to attempt to sell another item. And when we try to hit E, if press E is not null, then that's some stuff. destroy, press E. Oh. Yeah. Because it wouldn't be null if you're standing there ready to hit the E key. So we also need to say and or is that when we get in front of it? On trigger enter if machine state doesn't equal machine state dot idle. Then we get out of here. Right. And that will stop the machine from trying to sell us anything while we're waiting for this other script to stop. Here and loaded, machine state equals machine state dot, it was vending, like that. And then we'll have a timer. That could be an update. That will destroy the item after a certain amount of time. But also if press E is not null, if items displayed is true, if we have the item in vending status and the user presses E, give them the item. That's this code. If machine state equals machine state dot vending, if I'm gonna copy the this, paste this here, but I'm gonna copy this statement. Like that. Receive, and then we're going to destroy this item. Destroy, what was it called? I didn't save it. I don't save the vending loading game object. Destroy that game object. And there was one more thing. Oh, I gotta set the machine state back to idle. Like a machine state idle. That's not how you do it. Machine state equals machine state idle. Machine state vending. Let's see how we do. I don't set the position of that. I should probably do that. When it's loaded, go dot transform dot position equals transform dot position. Remember when we talked about the offsets yesterday on the vending machine? Press E local position. Okay, we see what that does. Okay, go up here. I hit E, I select this gun. There's a thing. There isn't really anything telling me though, like now that, oh, that's not good. It didn't start the coroutine because of this. Loading item sprite. So every is loading item maybe not set? Surely it is before it calls start, because it can't call start until it is done in this script. And that would explain why the sprite didn't show up. Or is the sprite item renderer not set? It is. And that is a sprite. I'm gonna, can I put a breakpoint there and play it? All right, we'll see what happens now. Hey, buddy.
I might be either early tomorrow or I will be late. I don't think I'm gonna be on time.
To work or from who?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we're doing roll stock, which is just making pizza kits. Usually it's either we're early or we're really late.
Okay. Loading item is null. So that means that, does it mean the vending machine failed to get this item? It almost seems like it, huh? Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. No, let's step down one. This item is a thing, so it's going to return it. This item now equals that. Oh, does the coroutine not know? Sure it does, right? It has to know. Does it have to be public then? It would have complained about the variable not being legit, right? Oh, and it's not even a coroutine, it's just in start. Do I still have... Vending machine is still have the breakpoint? No. Yes. That's kind of weird. I'm watching it being assigned the whole way through, but then when I get there to on the other side, it's null. That's funny. Okay, so let's go like that. Boom. This item is now this. Do I set this item to something else? I don't see that I do. Okay. That's right. So that's proof that the Vend loading script of that prefab that I spawned in has the loading item of the SSMW3. And then what is this? Set items displayed. If it's true, what am I going to do here? I think I'm going to hide them all. Slot.transform.local scale. This one. Debug updater. We can skip out of that. And we're here. And loading item is null. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll do this. Cut this out. and we're going to make a internal void start loading we're going to pass the item to it. How about that? Where's your music? Play the music. Are you not hearing the music? I can hear the music. Do you hear it now? Loading item equals item. Okay, and now in here, I'm going to take away this breakpoint and just see if it works on its own first. Loading callback. Oh, should I pass the callback to the... Because what if it does? What if it's null? Vending loading dot start loading this item, and then I'm going to add this here. Then I'm going to take that out. Take both of these out. And then in here, I'm going to add the action. And I'm going to say item loaded callback equals action. Okay, let's see what that does. Like if you was repeatedly spamming caps, that'd be one thing, but holy cow. Well, what did I miss? Sets are terminated. Stop spamming caps warning. Nobody tells me how to type. Nightbot is a little aggressive. I think I can turn down the aggressiveness. Oh, how about I stop and play? I don't even know what you said. What was my error? Coroutine couldn't be started because the game object vending loading is inactive. I still didn't see the sprite appear, but that's probably because it failed to exit the method. There. Oh, it's there. Yay. So if I hit E, I left and I came back and I hit E. Give me the gun. Okay. half of it works. So in the vending machine, we set it to generating. We get the callback. It's now vending. When we enter, oh. This goes here. Like that. And I think what I'm gonna do in update is I will use or maybe I'll make a pulsating script to make it pulsate when it's ready for you to pick it up. Kind of like the Bob, but scale instead. Nightbot just saying a bunch of stuff. Oh, oh. Oh, there's the... What is null? What is null? Baby, don't hurt me. So I'm gonna have like some huge misunderstanding about how is it null? It's not null, right? No, it's an actual method. I guess I should stop there. Okay, go here. Put a breakpoint here. Can I do that in a coroutine or is it gonna cry? The item callback is null, but the loading item is not. So can I not transfer the action through? Surely I can. If it has to be public, so help me. It's no. Vend loading plus process user selection. DO. So remember when I asked myself if it would work if it was private? Maybe that's the answer. Nope. All right, well then, there is only one other way to do this. Delete that. And delete that. Delete that. I'm gonna have a public boolean is loaded. No. Is loaded. Hopefully my whole stream didn't just go like wacko. I don't know if you saw my lock screen. I accidentally locked my computer. Is loaded equals true. That's still fine. I'll make it work. In update, I want if we are, what's the middle generating? If machine state is machine state generating, then we have to do this, else we can do that. Something here. If vending loading dot lowercase v is loaded is false. Do we want to return? Let's go true, and then go inside here. We are going to just say that the vending state is, what was in my callback before I deleted it? Machine state is machine state vending, kind of like that. And then in vending, we could have the timer here. But I think for cleanliness, maybe the vending loading will destroy itself after a while. If the state is vending, do that. Otherwise, like if vending loading is null, like if it when it gets destroyed, then we can set the machine state back to idle. I'm going to set this item also to null. I think that'll work. Let's do the pulsating script. Scripts. I already have Bob. Gonna make a new one. This is Pulse. And I think I can get a lot of code from Bob. Start position. Yeah. I'm just gonna take all of it. I'll even take the header. Okay. And then it's not gonna be pulse or Bob speed, it's gonna be pulse speed. How about I do it the proper way? Start position is start size. That's transform dot local scale. Start size. Yep. I can have it on not enabled, right? And still have a reference to it. I believe that's right. So prefabs, this little guy, I'm gonna add pulse, and I also need a reference to it. Private, public, so I'm gonna put that up here. I need to change my wallpaper. No. I don't do that. What am I thinking? All I have to do is get component, right? Pulse dot enable equals true. So my doubt is if it's not enabled, can I still get it? And I think I can. Okay, well, it's pulsing, but the sprite is gone. doesn't have a sprite. Okay. I do still call that, right? Right there. I did have the sprite working. I didn't get an error though either. That like the sprite was null or something. Go to the definition. Loading item equals item. I mean, I can say item in here, but still. What? Oops. Loading item. Maybe. That time I got it. I need to make it pulse evenly. It's only pulsing on the y-axis. Start size plus y times multiplier. I do kind of think I want to up the speed, which doesn't affect the multiplier, or it won't affect the size, the overall size that it builds up to. That's weird that it's got that symbol of the gun in there when it's an empty sprite to be. Okay, what? Oh, shoot. I was looking at maybe something else. Okay, so that would be after it loads, it can do that. And the whole game object scales, and then I hit E. I'm supposed to hit E, and I'm supposed to get the item, but I don't. And why is that? That's down in here. So this is if items displayed is true. this is if machine state is machine state generating, and then once is loaded is true, and then we go to vending, and then in vending we do this, and then we destroy the game object there. So do we never even get down inside here? Like, I wonder if it just immediately goes to null. And I would be able to tell that if I stepped away and came back while it was pulsating, if I still got the E. I don't see that happening. But hitting E does nothing here. And the reason for that, no, I don't know. I can turn this off, I guess. Let's do press E is that this character PC. Okay, so I kind of want that to be there and that to be there. So if it is equal to idle, and I know I'm getting like all these nested if statements, but so if PC is not null, if we don't have if the collision wasn't if the collision is a player character, if the player character is the local player, remember me, and if the machine is idle, display the press E prefab. I'm wondering if just somewhere along the line, when I exit and then come back in, this character is set to null. So it's pulsating. I go like this and I come back. I don't see the thing. Okay. Also, yeah, nothing. I'm not erasing the item that I should be giving. If machine state is machine state dot vending, which I set here. I don't know if I have to stop and play in Visual Studio or not. It didn't pause there. Is loaded is true. Okay. I can also make this public. And I can watch the machine state and see if it changes. Try to beat it. Vending machine is generating, and it should have moved to vending, and that allowed me to pick up the gun. Destroying asset not permitted to avoid a data loss. Why? I'm not allowed to destroy this game object? That's new. Unity not allowed to destroy game object. Something something data loss. You can't destroy the prefab. That's what you're doing. It's not. Right? Unless I'm wrong about how instantiate works. And that would explain why when I was looking at this, it has that sprite in there. Okay. That's embarrassing. Game object go equal instantiate prefab. Loading prefab. Oh. Yeah, I was just mistaken. And that explains everything. That's why the coroutine didn't work. And blah 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 blah. Gosh. I'm going back to doing the action. Oops. Internal action item action. I'm gonna call this on loaded callback. Callback equals on loaded callback. So it's still gonna be true, but I'm gonna call on loaded callback. Loading item. I deleted that method, but so it's gonna be a public void on loaded callback. Item loaded item. And then in here, cut that out, put it here. I'm gonna assume I'm generating. I'm gonna assume that. I wonder if it was built in an executable, if that weird thing would happen. If I change the values of a game object and it's stuck like that, would it always stay like that? Probably not. It's probably like one of those glitches in the thing. Don't. Which part is wrong? Process user selection, move next. None of that makes sense to me. No, it's not pulsating. It froze. Good thing I saved it right there. Oh, it didn't freeze. My mouse is gone though. There we go. Okay. On callback is null. How did you let me do that backwards? I know what I'm doing, guys, I swear. Okay, give it another startup. Like, imagine that going around like a timer. About 5 seconds it goes up, and then I hit E and I got it. Oh, that was fun. Whee. Oh. Okay. It's a little too late to start working on the loading graphic. And this is a complete mess, but it worked. I think what I need to do is I need to have this, or no, the vending machines, this item, this needs to be a network variable. Can I do that to a non-simple variable type? And in player character, I have, because it's a network behavior, I can have these things, but they have to be standard variables like strings, booleans, and floats or whatever. I can't have class, right? It's not complaining. Maybe I can. But that means turning the vending machine into a network behavior. And having this here. But I don't know, I'm not gonna call it this item. Oh, I'm gonna call it ready item. And then in that action that I made, that was so precious. Ready item dot value equals loaded item, like that. And then when I destroy them, I have to change my ready item dot value equals null. And if I'm dealing out the item, I should probably deal out the ready item. Like that. And that might be all I need to allow another player to come along and pick it up. I do have to keep track of the owner, the one who purchased it first. That'll be a note for another day. I go to my documents and add that to do. Maybe vending machines don't need blah 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 blah. Okay. Make vending machine know or remember who purchased it across the network. Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all next time. Peace.